Fixing the relativity theory by a theory of magic. With this text I want to fix the failure of the relativity theory, which is E equals mc squared. The entire system of physics, or actually of science, builds mostly on it, so this error created a system of failure which has been studied. No one will simply believe me that the time-space continuum, that the higher dimensions of time and space, that the concept of energy is all wrong, but it is so. At first I want to mention that before Einstein things were not defined to all be energy. I believe people mostly believe in things only to be things, so that the object you have in front of you is matter, substance. But in Einstein, some people even proclaim that matter is not existent. So to fix this failure, I say that m, mass, can be found with the constant of change, of activity, of motion. So with this universal concept of animation. Can, but not has to. So let's give this the letter C for change. So the fixed formula is mc, and this is not E. It is not a thing made of two elements mixed. M is not the same as C, they only interact. So M can be under C, mass can be under change, seeing M and C as two different objects but interacting. So with this formula we can again differentiate between mass and change, and even define mass being under change. Mass is the essential concept of existence, it is a substance of being, it has by nature always three dimensions, a shape and an essential aspect, and its position is defined by its pure being. Change is now a universal concept and it can only be analyzed when being found at mass. For change without a medium does not make sense, for when there is change, something must change. So as mass can change in an endless number of ways, the factor of change is what of course defines this transformation in a major aspect. Change is the potential basis for everything that can happen with mass. How can this statement be proven? Does it have to be proven? It is a statement of magic, for magic is to occur change at mass, and in magic, change is in source not caused by secondary means, like pushing an object away with the hand. It is caused directly, then functioning with mass. So in magic, the change at mass is directly to be caused, and such cause of change like in magic is to be proven basing on different factors than proofs based in physics. In magic we analyze and experience change by our minds. We can understand that the human thought is mass and that it changes, and that is essentially the whole mental experience all people have, their thought changing. The magician but knows that he or she causes this change, which then occurs with thought, or with any other matter. He can control the different forms of change to occur any change at matter he or she desires. It is a complex art and science, magic. So in magic we have absolute knowledge of change, of matter, and of matter changing, by mind. This experience that every entity can enhance is a proof, it is more proof than science can ever make, for it tells truth to your soul, to that ability in you that at all can know something, and you can know. So at last, change does not have to occur. Mass m can also exist so, just so. In thinking that does not make sense. If thought would exist without change, it would not be a vital basis for intelligence, for intelligence cannot only be based on mass, it is then not active. It also cannot base on only mechanism. Mechanism is only a small part of it. Ways of sensing, like impulses, neurons, it bases on such direct transformation. So the experience of your thought changing is a more accurate description of thinking than biology does with neurons and all that mechanism. Science lost the way. It denies the truth of the soul based on formulae like E equals mc squared, a failure to be eliminated also for your thinking by what the formula of mc expresses.